Your July electricity bill just showed up, $194, and you already know where most of that money went. Your air conditioner, running all day, all night, and your house still feels like a sauna by 3 inches the afternoon. Now, here is what nobody is talking about. Right underneath your feet, literally underneath the ground you are standing on, there is water sitting at a steady 55 degrees Fahrenheit all year long. It does not care that it is 100 degrees outside. It does not need electricity to stay cold. It does not need a filter change or a service call. It is just there, waiting. Farmers and rural homeowners in the 1800s knew this. The ancient Romans knew it 2,000 years ago. They ran cold water through the walls of their homes to stay cool in the summer. No power bill. No HVAC contractor. No $60 billion industry telling them what they needed. And yet here we are in 2024, paying an average of $719 every single summer just to cool our homes, while that 5.5-degree water sits untouched in the ground. In this video, I am going to show you exactly how to build a well water cooling system for around $80 to $150 using parts from Home Depot and Facebook Marketplace. But first, drop one word in the comments right now. Does your property have a well? Yes or no? I read every single one, and your answer will shape what I cover next. Let me ask you something. When was the last time your HVAC contractor mentioned, well, water cooling? Never, right? That is not an accident. The HVAC industry in the United States is worth $60 billion a year. Every service call, every refrigerant recharge, every new unit install, every monthly subscription to a smart thermostat plan adds to that number. The system is built to keep you dependent on it. But before Willis Carrier commercialized air conditioning in 1902, rural American families were already solving this problem on their own. They ran well water through simple pipe systems inside their homes. They used the same cold groundwater to keep their root cellars and spring houses cool all summer long, without spending a single dollar on electricity. And 2,000 years before that, wealthy Roman citizens had cold aqueduct water circulating through the walls of their homes. Same principle, zero power bill. The knowledge did not disappear because it stopped working. It disappeared because nobody could charge you a monthly bill for it. So let's talk about why this actually works, because the physics here are rock solid. According to the US Geological Survey, groundwater at 25 feet below the surface maintains a steady temperature between 54 and 58 degrees Fahrenheit throughout the entire year. It does not matter if July is hitting 105 degrees up top. That water underground has been sitting at the same temperature since February. The earth below 30 feet acts as a massive thermal buffer, completely insulated from whatever the weather is doing on the surface. Now, think about what that means. You have a natural cold reservoir sitting right underneath your property, free of charge, available on demand. The second piece of science is heat exchange. When hot air at 95 degrees touches a metal surface that contains 55-degree water, heat moves from the hot side to the cold side. That is the second law of thermodynamics. It is not a trick. It is one of the most fundamental rules in physics. No compressor needed, no refrigerant needed, no electricity needed beyond a small pump and a fan. And here is the scale of this opportunity. The EPA and the US Geological Survey report that more than 43 million Americans, roughly 15% of the entire US population, rely on private wells for their drinking water. That is 23 million households, mostly in rural and suburban areas, sitting on top of a free cooling resource they are not using. Meanwhile, according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, the average American household spent $179 per month on electricity last summer, and air conditioning alone accounts for about 50% of that summer usage. You are paying for something the ground is offering you for free. All right, let's get into exactly how you build this. The good news is you do not need to be an engineer, you do not need a contractor, and you do not need to spend thousands of dollars. Here's everything you need and where to get it. What you need to buy: number 1, a used car radiator. Go to Facebook Marketplace or your local auto salvage yard and look for a standard passenger car radiator. You are looking at $15 to $40. Pick one that is clean, with no major leaks or physical damage. Number 2, a small submersible pump. A half horsepower pump is enough for most setups. Home Depot or Amazon, $35 to $60. Number 3, garden hose or PVC piping. $10 to $20 depending on how far your well is from the room you want to cool. Number 4, a box fan, 20 inches or larger. $20 to $30 at any hardware store. Total investment, roughly $80 to $150. One time, no monthly bill. How the system works, step by step. Step 1. Place the car radiator in a central location inside your room, ideally in front of an open window or a doorway where air can move through it. Step 2. Connect your water supply line from the well into the top inlet of the radiator. Step 3. Run an outlet hose from the bottom of the radiator out to your garden, lawn, or a drainage area. This water is completely clean and makes excellent irrigation water. Step 4. Turn on the pump and then turn on the fan directly behind the radiator. The fan pushes room air through the fins of the radiator. The fins are filled with 55-degree water. The air loses heat to the water and comes out the other side, cooler. Step 5 is optional, but highly recommended. Add a simple thermostat controller, available for around $15 on Amazon, to automatically switch the pump on and off based on room temperature. Set it to kick on at 80 degrees and turn off at 72. Your system runs itself. What kind of cooling can you realistically expect? A standard automotive radiator, when supplied with cold well water at a flow rate of 2 to 3 gallons per minute, can dissipate somewhere between 10,000 and 15,000 BTUs per hour. That is enough to make a real, noticeable difference in a room between 200 and 400 square feet. For comparison, your central air conditioner draws 3,000 to 5,000 watts of electricity per hour to do its job. This system runs on the pump and the fan, totaling somewhere between 150 and 300 watts. That is more than 90% less energy consumption for meaningful cooling in the rooms you actually use. Now, I want to be straight with you, because this channel does not oversell things. This system is not a full replacement for central air conditioning in every situation. First, if you live in a high humidity region like Florida, Louisiana, or coastal Georgia where summer humidity sits above 80%, this system will be less effective. Evaporative cooling relies on dry air. In very humid conditions, the sensible cooling still works through heat exchange, but your comfort level will not improve as dramatically as it would in a drier climate. Second, you need to check your well's flow rate before you build this. If your well produces less than 3 gallons per minute, running a continuous cooling loop could stress the pump or draw the well down faster than it recharges. Have a simple flow test done first. Third, the water leaving your system is perfectly clean groundwater. Do not run it into a municipal stormwater drain. Direct it toward your garden, your lawn, or a gravel drainage bed. Put it to work. Here is what I want you to walk away understanding today. The system you just learned about is not some fringe idea or a backyard experiment. The fundamental principle behind it, indirect heat exchange using a stable temperature water source, is the exact same principle that powers geothermal heat pumps. Those systems cost between $10,000 and $30,000 to install professionally. The industry will sell you a sophisticated, engineered version of this principle all day long. But the basic version, the one that does not require permits or financing or a service contract, that one they would rather you not think about. The ancient Romans figured this out without a single engineering degree. American homesteaders in the 1800s figured this out without a trip to the hardware store. They just used what the land gave them. What changed is not the physics. The physics have been the same for 2,000 years. What changed is that we built an economy around solving problems that did not need to cost as much as we are paying to solve them. Now, I'm not saying cancel your HVAC contract or rip out your AC unit. For large homes, humid climates, or anyone who genuinely needs whole home cooling, modern air conditioning is still the right tool. But for the 43 million American households sitting on top of a private well, this is a real option worth understanding. A shop, a garage, a sunroom, a bedroom that always runs hot. Those are exactly the places where a simple radiator and a well pump can quietly cut your cooling costs without touching your main system at all. The knowledge on this channel is here because it should not be forgotten. If this video gave you something useful, subscribe so you do not miss what comes next. We post practical ideas that actually work, sourced from the kind of thinking people did before monthly bills, became the default answer to every problem. And if you already have a well on your property, drop a comment below telling me where you are located. I want to know which parts of the country this matters most for, and it will help me plan the next video around the regions where you live. Thanks for watching. Try the system. Let the ground do the work.